Hello， 继续回来 Hogwarts Legacy 啊。今天的故事开头第一个任务就玩探索的阴影下吧，因为我们已经在地穴里面了。OK， 废话不讲了，马上开始啊。塞巴斯蒂安传给我一只猫头鹰，说他在藏经阁的书中发现了一些有趣的东西，就是好康之类的吗？
来看这个好康。
What did you discover in the spell?
上一集我们刚刚才骂架哎。
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't.
Okay.
But I needed to tell you what I've learnt. Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the Scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
原来是这样哦，我同意。
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
应该可以哦。
I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I
算
shall
了
send
吧，
you
那个人烦死了。我们两个出发就好了。
And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
Okay.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
哎，
Ominous,
妈的，
we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I have equity. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanted it. I'd never swear to give up and find a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
Shut up, bitch! Oh my god!
那么我是要离开这边吗？
I am not letting this go.
先跟他对话吧。
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
发生什么事啊？
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
可是给了他希望哎，对啊。
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
好吧，所以我是第三次吗？OK， 在他们吵架的同时，我们先玩其他任务吧。妖精语好难，要去矿坑找他，还要带一位懂得讲精灵语的人一起去哦。谁啊？哦，阿米特，我都忘记了他哎。
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is.
当然咯。
His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
那我们就出发吧。
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
啊，到了。
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped.
Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Uh-oh.
How else did he expect Goblin kind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
哎，讲完他妈
Greetings,
的
Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be
什么鬼
gobbledygook.
啊？
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it.
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
啊，所以是潜行任务吗
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return.
？OK，就是这边了。
The door is looking at us.
隐形进去了吧？
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
会有人吗？这边？
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
这什么啊？
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
OK， 下去吧。感觉会有很多人在下面等我们哎。
I still can't believe we're inside a real
Akio.
goblin mine.
什么啊？哎，袋子。哦，
I've read about mines like this.
Akio.
Something else altogether.
哎，
Revelio.
3个，算了吧，又没有说一定要潜行啊。 OK， 哇，他刚放的那是什么啊？那么强了吗？
You have my word.
应该是这边了吧？妈的，一堆人在里面就知道了，这边就终点了。
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
应该死完了吧？这边的。
Revelio.
有东西拿吗？妈的，没有诶，一个宝箱都没有诶，这边。这个了吧，最后啦，这个。
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
回去啦，我们是这
We're
边
almost
跳
out
下
of
去
here, Amit. Look, the lift.
OK， 可以出去了。
Can we please talk about what just happened?
OK，
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
OK 了，你没有用处了，你可以回去读书了，拜拜。
Adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget.
比如呢？
Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her.
哦，
She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly
哦，
shaped
就是
container with
教授的老
a strange
婆
symbol.
吧？
She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
是啊，教授老婆啊。
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
应该是吧？
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
提起他的伤心事哎，我们
No. Anyway.
还有什么支线可以做一做了吗？啊，对耶，要去火米村找帕比交谈，关于那个龙蛋是吧？
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
可能死了吧？还要接什么啊？
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
OK，
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest.
哦，
I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
做得好。是耶，他是怎么追查到的？
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
好吧。
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps
哦，
nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
应该很容易吧？
That
就
sounds
给回
straightforward
他。
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
OK，
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already.
他攻击我们的话，我就打爆他。哎呦，有声音哦，有听到声音哦。
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Hello， 你好啊。警告你不要攻击我们哦。
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
哎嗨，
It stays like I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
OK，
There she is again.
Fantastic. She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
哦，是要开打吗？应该是开打吧。下面的那个，下面的地形那么空旷。哦哦，哦，越过它。这个我猜行啊，直接10匹走位就行啊。嘿，哈哈。妈的，我直接 speed run 呢，这边可以。
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
She isn't making it easy.
Okay.
Warm welcome.
It's a little too warm if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
来啊！嘿，哈哈。嫩呐！
Quickly.
Brilliant.
Almost there. Every bridge here broken.
Reparo.
OK，
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
放到这边吗？哦哦，喂喂喂！ 口有点臭哦。它会掉下去吗？不是吧？妈的，吓傻了！我们在后面。哦，他搬家哎，他飞去另外一个地方哎。好吧。
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
他想要杀掉我们。Okay.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Okay.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
啊？什么意思啊？他是怕他被绑架吗？啊，完了吗？这个任务 ？OK 了，我们这把暂时先来到这边，我们下一把再见了，拜拜。